In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Dear friends, almost all of us feel quite insecure. If not all of us, then at least most of us, overwhelming majority of us, feel quite insecure. And we are of the view that I'm not secure because I don't have enough amount of wealth, because I'm not influential enough, because I'm not powerful enough. I don't have the power. I don't have the political clout. I don't have my supporters. I don't have, this, and I don't have that. We feel insecure, and we are of the view that if at all I succeed in achieving more of these resources, more of the money, more of the power, and more of the influence, or more of the popularity, more of the cloud, I shall become a secure person. So that is a kind of, that is a kind of fight, that is a kind of struggle, and that is a kind of uphill task we people are on, carrying on with us. For we, this is what we are doing for the past much of the time. This is the trouble with us, feelings of insecurity. And most of us are of the view that I'm insecure because of the lesser resources. Now go to the life of those people who are having more resources. Go to the visit the life of those people who are having more influence and more power and more popularity. They are the celebrities. And if at all we ask them that, do you feel secure enough today, as compared to you used to feel secure some 20 years back when you were having very little of the resources, they will say that no, we don't feel more secure at all. The insecurity is there as much as it used to be some 20 or 10 years back. So it is a great proof that as for the more money, more finance, more of the influence and the popularity, more of the power is concerned, it doesn't make us feel secure at all. Feelings of security is something else. Rather, it will not be wrong if at all I say that the more we grow in resources and influence and power, we feel even more secure because we are more to lose. Because we have now more to lose as compared to we were having to lose some 20 or 10 years back. Talk to the people who have great assets, and they will be found saying that I might lose my assets. So that is why I'm somewhat afraid. Whatever the more we have, the more the more things we do have to protect. So that is why the more we have to lose, the more insecurity we do feel. Now, what to do about it? I think that we need to talk about it. How can we feel? How can we feel more secure? That is the topic of our today's discussion, and we have chosen a very beautiful article for that purpose today. And this article is has been written, authored by Girish Shukla, who is a well known researcher and an author. The caption of his article is Seven Ways to Let Go of Insecurities. Seven Ways to Let Go of Insecurities and Embrace Your True Self. Not only these seven ways will let us, let us, get rid of those insecurities on the one hand, and we will be able to become we will be able to exhibit our true self and our true great self actually. So those are the seven ways we are going to talk about one by one. So let's talk about the first one. Girish Shukla says, practice self comparison. What is this practice of self comparison? Dear friends, we are always seen comparing ourselves with those people who are far ahead of us, as for the resources, as for the capabilities, as for the talents, as for the influence or power or so things are concerned. We people are we people are comparing ourselves with those people. I think that is not fair at all. And why it is not fair? Because the more comparisons we make, the more insecurity we will develop inside ourselves. So we need to come out of those insecurities. If at all we don't do want to come out of those insecurities, we have to stop comparing ourselves with other people. Rather, we do have to compare ourselves with ourselves ourselves. How? We have to compare our today with our yesterday, our this year with the 5 year 10 years back. So if at all we are improving, or if at all we are able to sustain ourselves, so that actually mean that we should be satisfied. It doesn't Dissatisfaction does not mean that we don't need to develop and we don't need to go forward. We do need to develop and we do need to go forward as well. But dear friends, look, comparing ourselves, that is, there is a prophetic saying in it as well. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that whoever today is worse than yesterday has gone to the destruction. So that is the meaning of this prophetic saying. So it actually means that we should try to improve. How can we improve? Actually, we should try to become a better person. We should try to become a more responsible person. We should try to develop our attitude. This all is actually the game and the war of the attitude. We need to improve our attitudes. That was the first thing. The second thing, Girish Shukla says, challenge negative self-talk. We are talking with others as well as we are talking with we ourselves as well. That is a very important talk. That is a very important talk indeed, and most of the time we are seen talking with ourselves, without even moving our lips and tongue. We are talking with ourselves, as far our thinking is concerned. So some of this talk is positive, another much of it is negative. Whatever is a negative self-talk, we need to stop doing that. Rather, we need to challenge that. We need to challenge, and we need to prove that this thing is wrong. This negativity is wrong. This negativity is wrong. So we need to become very critical toward all those things. Once we are that much critical toward every negative talk, so that will be proven wrong, and we will give the benefit of doubt to ourselves, and that is challenging the negative self talk. Number three, it is embrace vulnerabilities. So embracing the vulnerabilities mean that fighting those fears on the one hand, you prepare yourself to fight with each of those insecurities, and that is the number one. Number two, that I need to tell ourselves, we need to tell ourselves that I'm very resilient, I'm very flexible, and I can adjust to every situation. Also that I can fight with the insecurities, also that I can fight, so I can combat and I can defeat all those insecurities on the one hand. On the other hand, I'm a very resilient person, I'm a very flexible person, and I can adjust myself to any sort of circumstances as well. Number four, cultivate gratitude. That is cultivate gratitude. That is very important as well. What is this cultivation of gratitude? So I think that some of the things we don't have, another many of the things we do have. Whatever we do have, we must be grateful to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, you have given me this thing and you have given me that thing as well. Plus, I think that whatever good other people have done with us, we must be grateful to those people as well. That you have done, we should try to ignore whatever negative they have done to us, and whatever positive they have done to us. I think that we need to become grateful to those people. Number five, cultivate self care, practice self care. Self care is very important. If at all we don't take care of ourselves, other people are not going to take care of us actually. So it is a basic responsibility of myself to take care of myself. So we need to practice self care. That is very important. If at all we don't take care of ourselves, who else will do that? Practice self care. Number six, he says, set boundaries. Setting of the boundaries, that is very important as well. Setting of the boundaries is very important as well. How? Because everybody has got a limit to interfere into my affairs, not beyond that at all. And the boundaries for myself as well, because every bad impulse shouldn't be the impulse. I should not be following the impulses at all. Whatever I do, it must be every decision I take, every initiative I take, every action I'm going to do, it must be considered well priorly. Okay, set boundaries. Number seven, seek support. seek sport. So what is the seeking of the sport? And that is seeking of the sport mean that whoever are your like-minded people who can support you, who can encourage you, that you are a good person, that you are a responsible human being. I think that we need to develop our contact. We need to find out those people in the society, and we need to develop our contacts with those people as well. That is really important. So these are seven very important, very important, very useful ways to combat the insecurities and to defeat the insecurity, to defeat the feelings of insecurity. It is actually the feeling of insecurity which matters a lot, because overwhelming number of the fear we do have in our mind does not come to you at all, but we do keep feeling the pain because we are having those fears in our mind. So let's start fighting with these insecurity. Thank you.